SEC nowadays is refusing to answer the most basic of questions. And funny enough, it doesn't even surprise me anymore. Now, what did actually surprised me quite a lot was just how well XRP is performing. I've got two things to show you before we move on with the rest of the video, which is first of all, just how massive XRP is going right now. Take a look. The stage is set and the world is watching. XRP is defying all odds. Panic is setting into those who expected a loss. 2 million XRP is being traded per minute right now. We have now broken past 80 cents. I have echoed that this is just the beginning for the past few days. Patience for the XRP community is paying off, and in my opinion, will continue to. We are #1 trending on CoinMarketCap, and trading volumes have been surging ever since the case announcement happened. I think I speak for everyone when I say, let's freaking go. And before I show you #2, make sure you press that like button right now. But #2 has to do with the weekly volume. Guys, this is pretty mind-boggling, but right now, in the wake of the settlement, in the wake of the lawsuit finishing, take a look. XRP just surpassed Bitcoin, accounting for 21% of the total crypto trading volume after the win against the SEC. Now, what this means is not that XRP all of a sudden is worth more than Bitcoin or something like that. What it means is just how huge the interest in XRP was after the settlement happened. Because apparently, over the last week, there was more volume with XRP than with Bitcoin. Trading volume hit nearly $25 billion in 4 days and recorded its largest volume in the past 1.5 years. And it says right here, percentage-wise, the market share of crypto volume is now higher for XRP than it was for Bitcoin, which is absolutely wild. And the source is Kaiko Trade Data, 25 centralized exchanges. Now, before we move on, let me also tell you guys two cool things to check out. One is if you want to trade on Bybit, which is the exchange I use, I'm giving you guys a $1,125 position to trade XRP with. I'll leave the link for that down below. Or if for some reason you don't like Bybit or you can't use it in your country, perhaps check out BitGet, as right now you've got another cool little thing. It's like a prize wheel of sorts. So for any single one of these things you do, you can basically take a spin on this wheel, win $100, $10, $2,000, a MacBook. It's just worth to check it out. I'll also leave a link for that one down below. And I believe you can use BitGet with a VPN quite easily, but check it out. Link is down below. Now, like I've been saying, perhaps a lot of this volume is just coming from the idea that, okay, right now, many systems can be unlocked, like FedNow and potentially a lot of these American banks. And in that nature, take a look at this announcement that was made a little while ago. The value of cross-border payments is expected to reach $250 trillion over the next 3 to 4 years. And the advantage of global payments powered by crypto are readily apparent. Now, when you take a look at this graphic, you think, who designed this? Who made this up? Is this a joke? Well, no, it actually comes from Ripple themselves. Further, more than half of global payments and treasury professionals point to faster payments and cost savings as the top 2 reasons to incorporate crypto into the cross-border payments business. This is again from Ripple's new value report of 2023. And of course, this came out just now because of what I think is Ripple's new way they've placed themselves in the market. They've got the first, and I'm saying they've got to make it easy, but it's not officially them that got, but they have a lot of it, right? But right now, XRP is the first properly regulated crypto in the US, which obviously also is pretty huge for Ripple, which first of all owns a lot, but also has been building a lot for it. And right now on the banking scheme, I think a lot more banks can now start to operate with them, which is why we keep on saying XRP is not a long-term, but a medium-term crypto and a game. Where right now, over in the short term, we can be happy with some of these announcements, like tomorrow, the Fed now, oh, wow, exciting. But in reality, the major things that we are really excited for take a couple months, a couple years to build. Right now, a lot of parties are standing in front of the door to start working with Ripple, but it takes time to get these fundamentals in, especially when you consider just how long this SEC case took. And of course, because of ongoing fear still of some companies that cryptocurrency as a concept might get some bad regulation or bad something, right? I mean, later tonight, we've got Gary Gensler going up for a speech. I won't be here to live stream it, unfortunately, very unfortunately. but I will surely cover whatever he said in a video later tonight if I got the chance, or maybe tomorrow. What I have though for you guys, it's a couple minutes, but this is surely worth the watch. It's just to get another instance of the SEC not being able to answer questions. And it keeps popping in my head, like, why are we placing so much authority on these figures that don't deserve it at all? Now, again, the exact video, I'm not going to play in this video. I'm going to play it in another one. I'll just explain to you guys, the SEC, whenever they stand for a really difficult spot, they choose to ignore everything and go back to the basic principles of preschool, which is, I don't know. Anyway, to get back to our story, I personally think that there's a good chance that with the hints that we're seeing right now, it's very plausible that XRP actually becomes the #1 cryptocurrency. I don't think it's going to happen soon in terms of market cap. I don't think it's going to overtake Bitcoin anytime soon. But in terms of volume, I mean, right now we've seen a spike where XRP is actually above Bitcoin. And with all the manipulation that's going on, XRP seems to be in a really juicy position to take over. XRP unseats Bitcoin as the most traded crypto assets, demonstrating high confidence. Yeah, there really is. Like I said, Ripple keeps expanding. They just invested in a round for an AI metaverse company partnered with FIFA and MasterCard, just to name it real quick. Anyway, before I continue on shouting, let me just quickly say two things are very important to watch today. First of all, Brian Armstrong meeting with the U.S. House Democrats behind closed doors today. And like I said earlier, this is the website. It's called the United States Senate Committee on Appropriations, a review of the fiscal year 2024 budget and the U.S. SEC. Because again, we're going to talk about that a little bit later, but it's critical the way the SEC is operating right now and whatever the thoughts are on them, because otherwise, how can we get proper crypto regulation going if the SEC is not being taken a good look at? And I kind of wanted to focus now on just the positive side of things, just saying, hey, you know what? The banks and everything that we've been talking about for a while, even over in Japan with SBI and stuff, is really going to take over, and it's going to be a time game where people should just be patient. And that's one thing that's lacking in the community right now. It's patience, which is funny. But man, it's bothersome just how much hatred there is. Sent to Sumasaba. So Crypto Eddie also pointed out, hey, Eleanor Tourette from Fox, please, put some magic on your freaking wand here, because I'm part of that XP community that Charles is berating right now, and it's absolutely wild the way he's going at it. It's sickening. Like, this man has lost all the reason I liked it is not because it was funny. It's actually because he's salty as can be. But it's just so I remember where it was. And this one was even funnier, like times 50,000. He said XRP is now trading at 80 cents. Maybe someday. Might hit 90 cents. And the XP army will still be living with mom. Sad, huh? And I said, bro, how are you so salty? How can it be? And somebody said, soon I'll be living with your mom, literally. Anyway, to not sit with all this negativity for too long, because it's not even worth my time, Lord Vendetta posted something quite interesting. People who are negative and skeptical about Ripple, SEC legal case, do you know who works for Ripple? I think you do, but you have a goldfish memory. Here's a reminder. We've got David Swartz. He developed encrypted cloud storage and enterprise messaging systems for organizations like CNN and the National Security Agency. Christina Campbell held several roles at Green Dot, a now $2.5 billion public fintech company, including general manager of GoBank, manager at management consulting firm Bain & Company, and an investment banker at Citigroup. Then we've got Eric von Miltenberg. Held senior positions with high-growth startups and Fortune 500 companies, including Adobe, Yahoo, where Brad Garling has also worked, Hightail, Red Swoosh, Work.com, and ExciteAtHome.com. Kirsten Hollers led award-winning media campaigns, events, and employee, and crisis communications for Silicon Valley tech companies like Hightail, AOL, Yahoo, Oracle, and Salesforce. Craig Phillips, over 35 years of private and public sector leadership experience to Ripple, having held senior roles at BlackRock, Morgan Stanley, and Credit Suisse. Masashi Okuyama, an executive officer at SBI, and is now the CEO of SBI Ripple Asia. He also serves as general counsel to other SBI Group companies. Rosie Rios, she served as the 43rd Treasurer of the United States and was the CEO of the Bureau of Engraving and Printing and the U.S. Mint. She led efforts to place a female portrait on U.S. currency for the first time in over a century. Sandy O'Connor, she supported the integrity and efficiency of capital markets as chair of the Federal Reserve's Board Alternative Reference Rates Committee, what are names, and as a former member of the Treasury Markets Practices Group, sponsored by the Federal Reserve Bank of New York. She now serves on a task force on financial stability and on the FDIC Systemic Revolution Advisory Committee. She's a director of Bank of NY Mellon Corporation and Tyrex Corporation. And Warren Jensen, during his career, he has served as the CFO of Amazon.com, Delta Airlines, Electronic Arts EA, and NBC. And as president of LiveRamp, in 2023, he became Nielsen's chief financial officer. You think all these people are in the wrong and that people on Twitter who still work at McDonald's told the truth? Okay. The point here being, whatever you see over on Twitter, all this negativity and all these negative theories should just be slapped in the face, you know? At the end of the day, you should know what you hold. A good example, as I said, is Charles, who's just all of a sudden gone off his freaking rocker to get crazy in the negative side. But no, I'm mostly just talking about guys like this that are so salty. They can't acknowledge the realness of the situation. They can't acknowledge just how good of a position that Ripple, XRP, whatever is in right now. They only want to stick to the negativity by either spreading lies, spreading misinformation purposefully, or just sticking to facts that are so warped. And I've said it many times before, you can lie easily with statistics, but this is just insane. This guy said the effect of the judge's decision in the world was not to declare, but to make XRP a security for everyone. And he just tries to stick with that story. But guys, as long as you know what you hold, it doesn't really matter what all these people are saying. I've said that many times. Many people want to see you lose, and many people are going to be salty that you're making money or you're doing good. At the end of the day, guys, this will not change anytime soon. And all I can tell you is prepare, because it's only going to get worse as time progresses and XRP keeps doing even better. But hey, that's just theory. I still believe XRP can actually overtake Bitcoin in terms of volume and everything. I think XRP could become the #1 out of all, but it will take time. But hey, that was it for today's video, guys. Make sure you put that notification bell on if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys again in another one later today.